Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. And if you are already subscribed, then thank you and welcome back. I have a story time for you guys today. The story time is a braces story time. So if you guys have been following me on my original channel, my vlog channel, Sheen Lately, I'll drop the link for that channel down below and you'll also see it right here. You guys know that I got braces back in March of this year. And man, I have had some experiences since then. Now, I'm not doing this story time in any way to bash my orthodontist or orthodontists. I'll put the S on the end and you guys will know why in a little bit. But this is simply just to express my frustrations to you guys, and it will help me kind of like de-stress. I want to start off by saying that every single time I leave my orthodontist office, I walk out asking myself, like, why do my teeth feel more and more vulnerable every single time? Now, I originally started going to this dentist because of ratings and reviews, which were outstanding. And the very first time that I went into the office, I was like, ooh, the customer service here is bomb. The dentists are super gentle. You know, I had a really good experience the first time. That visit was a visit that I agreed to go ahead and get braces. So after my initial cleaning, I went to the front desk and I spoke with one of the ladies at the front desk about different payment plans. The service was so good. Like, the lady showed me a paper for different payment plans and she gave me the total cost of having the braces installed, and I let her know, look, I'm an unemployed graduate, so I'm gonna, you know, need to lower it a little bit. And we did. Like, she ended up giving me the employee discount, which cut the cost in half. That is insane. So after getting the braces installed, I left that appointment feeling like my teeth were laid out on the road and got ran over by some monster trucks or something. Like, the pain was crazy, but I expected that because I was like, yeah, I've always heard that braces do hurt the first time because of the pressure being put on your teeth and blah blah blah. So it was fine. But then Corona decided to show her face and everything got put on pause because of CDC guidelines, and that included all of my appointments to see my orthodontist. So once I realized that everything was put on hold, I called the office and asked them, like, hey, how do we go about rescheduling, or do you guys know when you're going to reopen, blah blah blah. And they let me know, actually no, we have to wait for the CDC to give us the go ahead to reopen, which I understood. So they said, don't call us, we will call you to schedule your appointment. I was like, fine, cool. I realized like a couple months later that the office had reopened, but I hadn't gotten a phone call to reschedule my appointment. I know I'm supposed to see my orthodontist every 6 weeks, but you know, I was like, I'll just wait and then let them call me. Now, a couple more weeks went after that and I received no phone call. So I picked up the phone again and I called them and I was like, hey guys, like, can I please go ahead and schedule an appointment? All the wiring in my mouth had like come undone. You know, I was very polite about the situation, of course, but I called knowing that I'm not gonna end this phone call without getting an appointment scheduled. Like, I'm a very assertive person, but I try my hardest to remain polite. Mark you, like, we've gotten to the point where everything has been reopened, so they are seeing patients and I'm not one of them. And at this point, I should have seen the dentist like at least twice at this point or something like that. So I did get an appointment and I went to the office for the second time. I got the wires like reinstalled, everything got fixed, the colors got changed and everything. That was good, but this was a visit that they messed up my teeth for the rest of my life. So the top row of my teeth kept knocking the lower brackets in my mouth, and that would definitely impact my treatment negatively, and we had to kind of fix that. So the orthodontist suggested that they put in bite turbos into my mouth. Bite turbos are like blue acrylics that they put onto the top of my teeth, and so like when I bite, my teeth no longer touched. It did take a while to get used to, but what was weird is that they used a drill to apply the bite turbos. If I'm not mistaken, like, there's no need to use a drill to put in the bite turbos. So I don't know why that was what they chose to do. You know, nothing was ever explained to me. They just did what they did, and I didn't know what they were doing in my mouth. You know, I didn't know what was for what purpose and all of that. They just took a drill and like drilled it. It felt like it was it felt like the drill was like going all the way up into my head. It was so freaking painful. And they did that on both sides of my mouth. And then I left the office and realized like my mouth is lopsided. So like I'll do this and then this side of my mouth wouldn't touch at all, but this side was touching. It prevented me from chewing my food. And so I made a U-turn really quickly and I went back to the office and I was like, hey guys, like something is off. Like, can we please try to fix this? They put me back into the chair and they shaved off part of the bite turbo. When they did that, the other side was lopsided, so it still wasn't leveled out. So eventually, after like a lot of trial and error, it was fixed and I left the office being told, don't call us, we will call you to schedule an appointment. So I left and went home. About 3 days had gone by from this initial bite turbo placement, and I realized that I felt like a shocking pain shoot up into my skull every single time I would try to drink something cold or something hot. Like, it wasn't the normal like tooth sensitivity that people would have, that some people have, you know what I mean? Like this was different. I can take like a teaspoon of cold water and it would just like shoot up into my skull. Like, it was so painful and so uncomfortable. Like, it's not, I have no words for it. And this was in both locations. All of that aside, you know, I was going on a good number of weeks at this point without being called for an appointment. I'm supposed to see them every 6 weeks. We were on the 7th week, and I do remember these weeks specifically because I did get them down before telling this story, because these are significant numbers. So I wanted to make sure that I got them down. So it was my 7th week and I had received no call. This is a week past the time that I should have been back to the orthodontist, and I still had no appointment scheduled. So I was like, all right, you know, let me give them another week and try to see, like, I'm gonna get a phone call, you know, let me just wait like an extra week before I pick up the phone and call them. I received no phone call. I got very annoyed and I picked up the phone and I called them and I got my appointment. I went back to visit my orthodontist and they changed the color of my elastics, they tightened the wires, did whatever they needed to do, and they also applied power chains, and it was not communicated to me. So I mean, I got something else added into my treatment and you don't tell me? Like, I left the office seeing something different in my mouth. I was like, what are these? The way I found out what they were was I was on FaceTime with my best friend later that day and she was like, oh, Sasheen, you got power chains? And I was like, that's what they are? And that's how I figured it out. Anyway, so I left the office that day, again being told, don't call us, we will call you. And I was just fed up with it at that point. I knew I was gonna pick up the phone after the 4th week and make an appointment to see them in 6 weeks. I already knew it. So, you know, it is what it is, and I left and that was it. I left the office and I was still having difficulty drinking anything cold and anything hot. I just wasn't having it. Like, I was through with this issue. I called after that 4th week and was like, can I make an appointment? The answer was no, we don't have any availability and we will call you. So what I did was I walked into the office and told them that I was gonna be seen. Like, it just made no sense. Now, I got my appointment, and the next time that I went, the orthodontist had changed. So I already didn't know the name of the other orthodontist, and I had a new one now. I still don't know his name either. And I mean, that also wasn't communicated. Like, I didn't know that they were being swapped out. Like, now I had some random dude making executive decisions about my braces treatment. Now, the dental assistant is the one that always, you know, adjusts the wires and brackets and elastics and all of that, and she did what she did, and you know, she did her thing that day. When I went, I told them I really need the bite turbos taken out. I'm experiencing great discomfort, and I thought that taking them out would have been the solution, you know, that would have solved my problems. And so the dental assistant was like, I'm not sure, I'm gonna ask the orthodontist and see what he thinks. Now, the orthodontist knows nothing about my mouth. It's his first day seeing me, and it's my first day seeing him, and he knows nothing about my treatment. But she asked him and he was like, that may not be the best decision, I think we should keep it in, and blah blah blah. And I was like, no, like, I need them to go. Like, the turbos really need to go, please just take them out. But he also used a drill, and that was how he removed them. And when he used the drill, like, the pain was so much worse than the time they put them in, and it solved nothing whatsoever. But anyways, I was leaving the office and I noticed that this tooth right here didn't have a bracket on it. Like, she removed the bracket and never put it back. And so I turned to her and was like, I turned to her and I let her know, like, hey, one is missing right here. Is that supposed to be the case? She's like, no, I won't do anything. I'll just make a note next time and then they can apply the bracket. Now, the fact that you have to make a note to let them know for next time that the bracket needs to be replaced tells you that it's necessary. But that day, I think she was just lazy and she just didn't want to go back and put it on. And I left the office, and when I left was when I noticed that the power chains hadn't been reapplied. And see, this goes back to the point where I'm saying that the new orthodontist knows nothing about my treatment plan. When you visit the orthodontist passes through and looks in your mouth and tells the dental assistant, okay, apply XYZ, and then that's all he says, and then he goes about his business. When he did that with the girl, he said nothing about the power chains because he didn't know I had them. Because the girl had already removed them in the first place, so he didn't know I had power chains on. And that is just ridiculous. Like, I mean, the least you could have done was like looked at any records. So I got the power chains put back in and I left the office. The complications never ended and it's now present day. I can't eat or drink anything cold and I can't eat or drink anything super hot. Like, for example, like before I started filming this video, I had some fruit that was in the fridge and I had to take it out, sit it down on the countertop in order for it to get down to room temperature before I can finally eat it. And to know that this is a permanent issue and it's because of my orthodontist and I can't do anything about it, like, boy, it's crazy. And so I have an appointment tomorrow actually, and I don't even know what to expect from these people anymore. But all you can do is just take it one day at a time. So talking and, you know, just expressing myself and getting my thoughts and feelings out is definitely good therapy in itself. Like, I love doing it. That's why I enjoy doing story times. And I would suggest it for you guys. Something is on your mind that you really just want to get out. As weird as this may sound, you guys can sometimes record yourself talking about whatever issue you're having and then even go back and delete it. You don't have to do anything with it. But it's something that I would, you know, suggest some people try. And I hope that this one was entertaining to you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that post notification bell. Hit that bell and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll surely see you guys in my next video.
So we are coming with a force, yeah.